Welcome, travelers from around the world. My name is Alex R.I., and welcome to BunnyBytesGaming! Today, we are continuing with our RWBY hype train! Doot doot! We are going... Oh yeah! Doot doot! Trains, everyone. Trains.
Yes.
Today we are continuing with our RWBY Volume 4 World of Remnant series. And we are going to be going into Vaccuo. A deep, harsh wasteland of, I don't know, apparently it's a backwater place or whatnot. At least that's what,
It's full of people and rocks, theoretically.
Theoretically. I mean, from what I know just from Sun,
Potentially.
it's not a very shirt and tie kind of place, as he says.
He's going around with just jean shorts and not even a shirt, it's just like he converted it into a vest, because he never closes it, ever.
No, he kind of, when I see his shirt, for some reason, I kind of imagine Toad's vest, because that's like all he wears too. You see a lot of video game and anime characters just with the vest and nothing else. It's...
Looking at you, Monkey D. Luffy.
It's so true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
then again, if I was rocking Sun's abs, I wouldn't wear a shirt either. I would want to show them off.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Oh yeah. Macho man.
I'm such a dork.
You're among friends, Alex. You're among friends.
Yep.
And fellow dorks.
Also, I don't even think I introduced you for this episode. I'm sorry if I didn't. This is Trevor, one of my good old buddies. He's joining me for this series.
Hi, everybody. I'm helping the dork.
Yes. Big old dork and fuzzy dork right here.
Yes. I'm showing him it is okay to be a dork, but not too much of a dork. Never go full dork.
Hi. Do you like Dungeons and Dragons?
There we go. You just went. You never go full dork.
I got a stamp collection.
Oh god, the stamp. Does anyone ever actually do that?
Probably when they were younger. Some people do. I mean,
And then they realized they were collecting stamps.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know any stamp collectors. I'm sure some watchers are probably stamp collectors.
Yeah. Are furiously typing away.
Oh no!
No offense. I just don't know the joy of stamp collecting.
I mean, actually, stamps are pretty cool. But what are we talking about stamps right now? The art is cool on
we're talking
stamps.
about RWBY.
Yes, stamp art is cool, but RWBY is much more... This is what we're here for, gosh dang it.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry, stamp collectors, but RWBY is cooler.
Oh my gosh. So, with our stamp collection, we are going to Vaccuo. Well, all aboard! Let's grab some stamps from Vaccuo. Are you ready, Trevor?
Yes. I am ready, Alex, to get my stamps from Vaccuo.
This is so going in the thumbnail, too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Go! Oh, also voiced by Crow.
Who also voices Edward Elric of
Now, if
FMA.
there's one kingdom that's had it harder than the people of Mantle, it's Vaccuo, the last of the 4 great kingdoms. The western end of Stannis is a barren and desolate wasteland.
Oh, it's to the
Long ago,
west.
before man went and ruined everything, it was a paradise. In the
Darn
center
man.
of the vast desert was an oasis unlike anything you'd ever seen. A jungle bursting with natural resources, geographical defenses, and the world's largest recorded deposit of dust.
Oh.
Events that survived the journey across the scorching sands settled down in this little hidden gem, and over time the kingdom of Vaccuo thrived. Unfortunately, comfort breeds weakness. While the rest of Remnant had to learn and adapt in order to survive, Vaccuo's ancient society kicked back.
Uh-oh.
A life of complacency.
Ancient society.
Other more developed kingdoms set their eyes on everything Vaccuo had to offer. Its citizens couldn't do anything to stop them from taking it.
That looks like Atlas.
That looks like... And what is that veil in green?
Conflict, unrestricted mining, and ecological disasters have changed.
Oh, no.
The paradise that was once there is practically
Is that the Schnee symbol?
surrounding desert.
That looks like a Schnee.
Citizens live
Oh,
in
no.
uprooting and traveling frequently in response to the fleeting resources and occasional attacks from the creatures of Grimm. After the Great War, a formal government was finally established. But by that point, the folks living in Vaccuo didn't much care to uphold its laws, making Shade Academy the only real source of order
Shade.
in the kingdom. But order isn't everything. Vaccuo may not be as prim and proper as the other three kingdoms, but it's still standing.
Bar
They
fight.
have a mutual respect for one another. See, there's really only one unspoken rule in Vaccuo.
Uh-oh.
If you can survive here, then you're welcome here.
Oh.
So
Oh.
there you have it. Vale, Mistral, Atlas, and Vaccuo.
What about the...
Oz would always say that the four
Hold on.
kingdoms were a representation of what mankind is capable of when working together. Ever the optimist. We sure could use him now.
Oh, awesome.
Ever the optimist. Eh, Ozpin?
So there was a lot of information dumped into this one as well.
Yes.
Now, not so much information, but there was a lot of exposition done in this one, more so than the others, I feel, kind of, sort of.
An explosion of exposition there was.
Yeah, the other ones were very straightforward. This one had a lot of... this group came in and that group came in, and there's a lot of political...
Yes. There was a lot of upheaval.
Upheaval.
And basically, Vaccuo was strong-armed by its neighbors and its neighbors' companies. Schnee Dust Company.
Papa Schnee.
Yes.
Not to be mistaken
Into
with
base-
Papa Smurf.
And basically, if they were in that way of complacency, as Crow described, they would be forced to have those big dust mines under the worst possible conditions, and with very few safety protections, low paid wages for workers, and all of that would create a vast beacon of negativity that would draw the Grimm like a moth to a flame.
Yeah, because there was a lot of pleasure, relaxation, there really wasn't much of a Grimm threat aside from, natural spawned Grimm.
Yeah. Yeah, and now with the civil strife, the taking over by other kingdoms at some point, and the lack of central authority, and the just general desperation feeling, I could see why the Grimm would really like that place.
That's very true. And I have to feel, now this is kind of a theory, but it probably wasn't Papa Schnee that caused Vaccuo to kind of fall into this thing and, their whole thing.
Yeah. It was great-grandpapa Schnee.
It probably had to be at least great-grandpapa, maybe even grandfather, who knows. We don't really know a timeline of a lot of the things, especially this Great War. Well, actually, there might be. People in the comments section, comment if there has been a Great War date stamp yet, or,
Yes.
has anyone said like 80 years ago, 100 years ago, etc.?
Well, based on Blake and Weiss's conversations, the effects are still being felt today.
Right, so it's 200 or less, probably.
Yes. Think of it like the British East India Company in India,
That's true. That is very
and
true.
the massive amount of influence they had there. And like the British East India Company, I wouldn't be surprised if the Schnee Dust Company had their own private army.
Ooh, I would not be surprised. One thing is for sure, they are definitely getting a lot of development for the Schnees for this season. There's been a lot of talk about the Schnees. We've seen the symbol of the Schnees. In fact, we've seen their symbol throughout all of RWBY. I mean, even look at the black trailer. When they were on the train, you clearly saw Shni's symbol. Like, they are the world's leading dust company for a reason.
Yes. Built upon the backs of the poor and the faunus, as said by Blake.
That's right. That's right.
And a lot of those would probably be in Vaccuo.
So I'm gonna go to the map here of Vaccuo. And it's actually, is it part of the same continent as Vale? Is that right?
I believe it is. On the western edge.
Okay. That's interesting.
And if you recall, it's in the middle of that desert, in an oasis.
Ah. So I wonder what all goes on in the upper and lower halves, lower parts of the kingdom of Vaccuo.
Could be a vast...
Or is that not even part of... I mean, it could be that the kingdom of Vaccuo is literally that oasis. And the other bit is just cities, villages, etc. Because we gotta remember, there's Vale, Atlas, Minstrel, but those aren't the actual nations or whatever. They're just big, strong cities.
Yes. Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the kingdoms do govern a little bit of land outside of the actual city walls.
Yes.
Maybe? I mean, we barely even know much about the government of these kingdoms as well.
The political structure of Remnant is kind of hard to figure out, aside from Atlas.
Yeah.
Though, and as Vaccuo has mentioned, their main structure is not their government, but their academy for hunters and huntresses. And frankly, with the breakdown of life in Vale, that might only become even more prominent, having the academies determine survival.
Yes. Now we have just 2 more continents that we do not know about. There is that very, very ominous one just above Vaccuo, or at least that continent, which looks...
It looks like a dragon. Like a dragon. It's like a winged dragon perched atop something.
And I remember when we first saw this, you brought up that it looks like a dragon. And a lot of people have, and I mean, it's a community-based thing that people know, hey, it looks like a dragon. Well, it is a dragon. Monty, I'm really curious to see what you had in store for this continent right up there.
Yes.
And then we have that other little continent, our Australia of Remnant, in the lower right.
It looks like a big fish.
It does look like a big fish. That is true.
I am full of astuteness with that comment.
So I'm really curious to see what's going to be happening on those 2 as well. I mean, it's great that we got information on the 4 kingdoms. I'm hoping and thinking that we will get more development on villages and cities outside of the actual kingdoms. That would be great to see over this volume. I can probably even guarantee that we will, because this is for what I'm just gathering and thinking, this will be a traveling volume.
Traveling volume, you say?
Kind of like Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, where they basically globe-trotted around the whole place.
That's right. That is my theory for what we are going to be getting for this volume. Whether or not it's true or not, we'll see, but that's just the theory.
I would really like that. It's a video theory.
Yes, a film theory. There you go.
Hashtag please don't sue us.
No, don't take my body! No! Oh my gosh.
Viewers, you are a witness. I am just an innocent bystander.
Okay, innocent bystander. And lastly, there was one last place that I saw on this here world map of the little islandy place. It's kind of like a South Pole because it looks very icy. It's very small.
Very small.
And I don't know very much about it. No, of course no one knows much about it. But I'm curious to know what is up with that place, if it's any significance or it could be nothing.
Grim penguins.
ice beam.
Oh god.
Zombie penguins. Zombie ice penguins. Oh dear. So, everything from stamps to political downfall to...
And possible zombie penguins in the South Pole.
And subterfuge. Oh my gosh. Vaccuo is a very interesting place. This definitely is a center point for a lot of... what's the word I'm looking for? Political...
Intrigue?
Intrigue? Yeah, I think that sounds about right. So, everyone, thank you so much for coming by. We are near the end of our RWBY wait. I cannot believe it.
The end is nigh.
Yeah, just one more day. Well, not even one more day. Well, you know, whenever you're watching this, it's already out. For me, it's one more day or at least one more sleep.
Or 2 more days if you're Australian.
No, I think they're a day ahead of us, but who cares? I mean, it's launching worldwide at the exact same time anyway, so.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! But if you like this video, like it, share it, comment, and take it away.
And stamp that sandy subscribe button with all your might.
And you will then have the power to see all of my new content every day, right here on BunnyBytesGaming! Thank you so much for coming by, and we will see you all real soon.
Real soon.
Bye-bye!